Okay, I'm ready to give the go-ahead on these snaps, given these conditions, okay, for anybody that's, doing a Synergy XH build, but that has to be, each one of these that you use, each one of these rope snaps, okay, can only be used in because they're non-rated, they can, and I haven't tested beyond that. So until further notice with these rope snaps, you can run them, but you have to test each one individually, okay? And it's got to handle twice your body weight, okay? And it can only be used in a Z 2-to-1 as single-ended, okay? And the setup is you run a choke, go over the top of a limb, and try to find a bellied out tree so you can get a straight vertical pull, because I'm figuring friction on this to be an offset of angle of incidence in real world usage. Okay. From the choke also you run up and through here and down to your makeshift foot sling. But you want an adjuster on the, you're going to want an adjuster on that foot sling line near the choke. You can use a Blake's. I use the Farino, something where you can adjust it, because when you put your weight into the foot sling, the whole system will settle, and if your foot sling's on the ground, then you got to retie it. Just set up like that. And you can, the line, if you put a bowl in, you can just snap through the line and test each one, but jump up and down on it. Okay, that's what I did. I with the 2-to-1, figuring friction as offset to angle of incidence in real world usage, still jump up and down on it. That's what I did. I jumped up and down on both of them, and they held, okay, at twice my body weight. Okay, so it's a non-rated item, but I think, for me, I really, I got my carabiners all up in slings, okay, so I didn't like having to run my tail up all the time, and this is gonna be like dynamite for me to have a midline attachable Z. Now this is like the magical hitch cord, okay? And having done this, and I know some people are really going to cringe, and it was difficult for me to do too. Okay, you take this, you take the DMMI out of there, and you put one of these in. You're disabling it for any other purpose. Okay, and it's a hard decision to make, but if someone is using hitch cord that they get in bulk, and they don't have one of these to begin with, I'm seeing that as being, that's where people are going to make this move. Why I did this, I guess is because I am trying to formulate a hardware textile setup, and I think about too, I like this stuff. If I had a Synergy XH out of this, that's where I would use the figure 8 and the bow line. Okay, is on my main hitch if my hitch was made out of this, because I wouldn't want to put my boot on this magical hitch cord. I would feel that, this stuff is like, the way it works, the brutal Brummels are not even brutal with this stuff. The workability, I'm kind of glad I did it because I got to work with it. And I guess it performs really well. And here I'm giving up the strength characteristics are astounding with this hitch cord. But I gave that up for the reason that the performance characteristics, the way it performs on the, and I will also, and I'm bringing this up too because if a Synergy XH system emerges that's spec'd out as a tool for woodlot management, This 7mm on the 9, okay, on the 9mm static HTP, this stuff, that's an 80% interface too. But this stuff actually runs really good. I know I mentioned, I mentioned the 6 on the 9, I mentioned the 7.5 on the 10, I mentioned the 7 on the 10, but the OD7 on the static HTP 9 is really interesting. It performs. I mean, it's nice. I can't really say it performs because I don't, that's the whole thing. A Prussic, I can't really, just by itself, I haven't really had a chance, but I can tell that it's, I've laid into it and done some sideways stuff with it, and it seems like it would really be a doable. I just wanted to get that out there, just to not limit people when they're thinking about too much about putting a light packable system together. But you do have to, in terms of people that are trying to put together a spec system. I'm not talking about people that are, scabbing these videos and putting together systems on their own, okay? And obviously, somebody that's going to put together a spec system may consider this, but they're going to have to do some testing beyond testing each and every one, because they don't want to have to test each and every one because they can't afford to. Okay, so, that's the thing, is taking this to a break, okay, to an actual physical break, and then, talking to the manufacturer about, in terms of what kind of repeatability they can, can count on with something like this. Okay, and this hitch cord may not find its way into the Synergy X hitch system at all, because it may not be, determined to be. It's like anybody that puts a spec Synergy X hitch system together for retail. I want them to do the market research. I want them to think about, price point, what they got into it, because it is, for people that have a lower duty cycle than professional climbers. And, you almost have to think about it in a little bit of a different way, in terms of hitting that low price point. And I don't want anybody that does such a good thing as what I'm asking to shoot themselves in the foot that way by not, doing a little bit of market research before they put this system together. But I think, the lowball price range, something reliable, something that, like I said, a tool, okay, for people that are in non-commercial woodlot management.